Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Power of Change, and welcome to the Hope Interfaith Center from our homes. We are so grateful that you are tuning in with us this week again. And if this is your first time listening to this video podcast, welcome. We are so grateful that you are here with us. I'm Reverend Janelle and Leah Franklin.
Hi everyone, I'm Reverend Amy Oberly, and thank you so much again for tuning in today. We are part of the Hope Interfaith Center, which is located here in Mankato, Minnesota, and it is the most glorious, beautiful place on the whole earth. There is no community like the community of Hope Interfaith Center. As Hope says, we have little doors, but big hearts. And we would love for you to experience it as soon as we can go back. But on this episode, it's so incredibly powerful. I pray that you get lots of aha moments from it. One of the things that Hope talks about is soul voltage, and it is as powerful already as it sounds. So she helps you kind of get to that point of what it is and how to really increase your soul voltage.
Yeah, you guys are going to absolutely love this episode. As you guys know, Reverend Hope is such a powerful teacher, and we are so blessed to receive this information from her and this knowledge from her. So just keep an open heart, an open mind, and an open soul as you watch this video podcast, and just let it in and just let it fill you up. And you can, as Hope will say in this video, you can upload it instead of downloading it. And so we just are so grateful that you guys are here with us today. From all of our hearts to yours, we love you and we are so thankful for you. So enjoy this episode.
Namaste, greetings from our heart to your heart. Right now I am staying isolated. Sometimes that social isolation means in my own home here at in North Mankato. Sometimes that social isolation has taken me to different universes and parallel universes as well as spaceships. And so I want to welcome you all and to open up your heart chakras and your third eye and just listen to something that I picked from a book called The Oneness, The Pearls of Treasure of Divine Wisdom by Rasha. The tools for creating your personal reality as a masterpiece is right within the parameters of your own consciousness right now. And so what a lovely, lovely opportunity. First and foremost, I want everyone to know that the virus that we are dealing with is very, very real. Some people do not take it as real. Some people are talking about being overblown. It is not being overblown, and it's not also being underestimated. That's the true technique of a wisdom carrier, is not that we see it as overblown and not that we see it as underestimated. Our ability to make choices right now in this terrain, in this turf, that is happening is very, very, very important. And so I was asked to join a collegiate group of women across the nation and as well as across the world, from South Africa to England to Oregon to New York City to Florida to Canada to New Mexico and Mexico. And so I'm collegiately and connected to a group of women that we Zoom with every single month. And this started about 6 months before all of this even began. So what an opportunity to share with you some of the things and the topics that we've been talking about. One of the topics is called unified theory, the unified force field, which they consider gravity, electricity, magnetism, reincarnation, soul voltage. And the idea of soul voltage is fascinating to me. The discussion was around the voltage that we were all born with as we came to this planet. Pure perfection when we came to this planet. And at any moment, just as we are sitting with each other right now, We can raise that voltage or we can lower that voltage at this very moment according to the motives behind our actions. And what is most important about that as we gather as a collective of women, continuing to talk about that voltage or that high voltage, or indeed if it's a low voltage, it adds to the collective. It affects the collective consciousness upon this planet. So right now within you and within I and within all of us, we have this wonderful epidemic that we can come inside and understand the voltage of our energetic field. And we can use it right now to add to the collective of a higher voltage. So what is happening right now is an opportunity for you to raise your consciousness through what many might call trial and error. That's what this planet was created for. This planet was created to help us move our consciousness or our voltage to a high voltage consciousness through trial and error. And so I'm telling a lot of people, it's not anymore about what you download, it's about what you upload. Because when you upload the Kundalini energy, when you upload all of the teachings that you've had, it wakes up all of the chakras. It comes through your crown chakra. It goes up and up and up into the exquisiteness of the divine ocean. And most people can see a halo over the heads of those people that indeed upload the energy into the atmospheric consciousness of the I am, and through our choices, and bringing that up in a very high voltage to create a new manifestation that we are in at this time. So how do we increase the voltage? By doing good things, by being compassionate, by being loving and kind and forgiving, and by doing and seeing yourself as this high voltage being. And when you upload that energy and increase by doing good things, that's how we return to oneness. But we can also decrease our voltage by not sufficiently being strong enough to be the person who we were meant to be, by the divine grace of who we are meant to be. And this is what I tell people. It is springtime. When you go out and see the flowers, it looks like a flower, smells like a flower, it feels like a flower, and if you would even eat it, it tastes like a flower. But what it is God in disguise as a flower. When you see me, or when you see anybody else upon the planet, it may look like hope, it may sound like hope, it might feel like hope, but what I am is God in disguise as hope. And so are you. And so when you allow yourself to be the high voltage of whom you really, really, truly are, according to these women here upon the planet that I'm connected to, you navigate yourself in this exquisite vortex of bringing your vortex higher and higher and higher. And when that's a magnetic voltage, and that's strong enough to escape the gravity of the earth at this time. So when you talk about a good immune system, you allow yourself to have a really good high voltage. It allows you to escape the gravity upon this planet at this time. It also means that if you allow yourself to be the goodness and grace of who you already are, and you allow that voltage to be higher and higher and higher, you allow yourself to escape the wheel of incarnation. You don't need to come back and reincarnate in order to learn again, because this is a planet that was created for trial as well as victory. And so that's why I call this such a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. We have come to Earth as a frequency. We are frequency. And our soul is a frequency. And that voltage is true. So what I'm asking everybody to do at this time is take a personal SWOT. during this time. Analysis. What the heck is a SWOT analysis? Many of you have heard this from me for teaching, but I think more so than ever before, we can do a SWOT analysis. And the SWOT analysis stands for just an individual one, because you're working on your voltage and your high voltage, keeping it high, is what are your strengths? S in SWOT means strengths. Strengths would be, I believe in myself. I believe in my energy field. My strengths is that I'm loving and kind and I do service unto the world. My strengths is that I have a wonderful relationship with my husband and children and grandchildren. My strengths are that I continue to do service at the Hope Interfaith Center. My strengths is to be in more of a positronic energetic field. Those are my strengths. So S for you would be to put down your strengths. W in the analysis of SWOT is weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? Don't shame yourself. Don't guilt yourself. Just take a look at your weaknesses. A weakness could be a discipline, that I'm undisciplined in my spiritual practices. I'm not very disciplined in my physical discipline. It could be also fear or doubt. It could be one of your weaknesses. Just begin to write down what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. O in the energy of SWOT means opportunities. What is upon us at this time is an enormous opportunity, that omni-creator presence, that we can bring our voltage to such a very high frequency of being our real, true, authentic, beautiful, powerful cheetah self. And so an opportunity for us might be moving to a different location. It might be changing our profession. It might be saying goodbye to some friends and going into a higher frequency. It might be to only participate in groups such as this at the Hope Interfaith Center or any place else that's really involved with yanking up, bringing up your high voltage frequency. And then, of course, T in the energy of a SWOT analysis would be threats. What threatens you? What constricts you? What enables you to be your most profound and powerful self? Sometimes those are groups that constrict you. Sometimes those are teachings that constrict you. Sometimes that is family or friends or situations that constrict you. What threatens you to be your most gigantic, enormous, most profound, powerful self? We are here on this planet for an opportunity. We will never see this in our lifetimes ever again. So again, as I socially isolate, again, I have a critical mind. I'm a critical thinker. I'm also a spiritual teacher and an advocate towards high frequency and voltage. And it is important to do a personal SWOT at this time as we go into summer, as we go into the rest of this opportunity that is available to all of us. I'm going to suggest that you continue to wash your hands. I'm going to continue to tell you that it's important at times to cover your mouth. I've had opportunities where people say, I'm never going to go outside with something that covers my mouth. I'm going to tell you from my heart to yours, I'm going to go out and I'm going to cover my mouth because I don't want to transmit this to anybody upon the planet. I don't want to transmit this to anybody upon the planet. And quite frankly, I don't want anybody to transmit it to me or to give it to me as an asymptomatic person to come home and give it to my beloved family. So being a critical thinker at this time and doing all the wonderful things that we can do for ourselves physically is really just as important as our spiritual evolutionary frequency and our high voltage. Again, it's not so much about being downloaded. Oh, I'm being downloaded. I'm being downloaded. This is our opportunity to be uploaded, to bring what has already been downloaded inside of you and to upload it and bring it out into the planet at this time. We are magnificent manifestors. And there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that we can't manifest. We were specifically designed to come here upon the planet to create not only the new world, but also the new us and the new world to come personally and planetarily. So thank you for everybody for joining us at the Hope Interfaith Center. We love you all. Bye-bye.
Take a deep breath and just allow those words to sink in, because they are powerful and they have energy in them. And this teaching will change your life if you allow it to. So just allow that energy to sink into your cells and sink into your body. We're so grateful that you listened to this message from Reverend Hope today.
Yes, we are sharing with you that you are a wisdom carrier and that your words matter, your actions matter, and you are here to help raise the consciousness of the earth at this time. And we are so grateful that you listened, that you took the time, and we cannot wait to see you next week.
So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend or someone you know that would really need to hear this message at this time, because there are many of us going through hard times and some of us need to hear these messages. So if you shared it with them or just shared it with the world, it would mean so much to us. We are so grateful for your time being here with us today. So have a great day and know that you are so loved from the Hope Interfaith Center.